Greetings, my name is Sumitiper and welcome to ACERVO Season 3, Episode 6, In the Trees and Grass. For the longest time, stories have been told about magical plants and beings invisible to human eyes. In our scientific world, we have named them bacteria, protozoa, and viruses. However, to the old tellers of stories, they have maintained their mysticism. The fae, the mystery, and magic can still be found in ways, be it in faith, book, or ancient traditions, unchanged from the dawn of storytelling. The tree of life is vital for many cultures in their different interpretations of a sacred gift to populate the planet. The tireless workers have kept the tree from decay and shielded it from destruction, as all other things would have perished were they to have existed for so long with no one to help. The little unseen sprites have been hard at work for the longest time. Brief breaks is all they have ever gotten because the passage of time itself breeds destruction, and when harmony is threatened, little creatures can only put enough effort to re-establish it. The belief that this world was gifted to man for our will to reign is deeply misguided, if not outright dangerous. The life of other creatures is not inherently inferior because they have not been gifted with speech, knowledge, tradition, clothing, and the opposable thumb. Mankind is certainly marvelous and capable of amazing feats, but that doesn't mean that disregarding nature is necessary. The most peaceful places are those in which nature can thrive unaltered by man. Our social nature as human beings mean that we seek to help others less fortunate than us. We have built aids and mechanisms. Science and medicine have been unimaginably helpful for the progress of humanity, and a necessary step in that progress is giving back to nature and helping where we can, even if the help is to plant where things refuse to grow, reintroduce species where they once have been extinct, revitalize areas that have been assumed lost, and not giving up hope for the ability of things to thrive once again. Some cultures have developed more harmonious relationships with flora and fauna than others, and it must be examined what is the requirement for that to happen. Humans are incredibly adaptable beings, but if living in the most advanced way possible requires square kilometers of native forest being cut down each day, we have to ask ourselves, is it worth it? Alternatives to destruction exist, and have always existed. Native and Aboriginal cultures have coexisted with nature without intoxicating the soil and polluting the water. Why has the mainstream culture of most, if not all, societies forgotten that? The blind worship to a single, all-powerful creator has driven people to selfishness and reckless chaos without taking a moment to notice the damage inflicted upon nature. What kind of god would want their followers to destroy his creation without caring for the effort put into them? Flora and fauna are ancient and ever-changing. Adaptations and extinction events cause great destruction to the life forms of that present, but pave the way for the life forms of the future. It is often said that mankind is destroying the world, but that is not entirely true. We have been destroying ourselves and causing the death of our contemporaries, be it flora or fauna, but the earth will remain, even if we are not on it. Within a couple of centuries after the death of the last human, the earth will begin to adapt again, and the new form of nature will prevail. Unless this planet is destroyed plate by plate, nature will still prevail. The most optimal survival strategy is not the reckless usage of finite resources, but the adaptation to renewable sources and the continuous focus on the re-establishment of harmony between man and nature. Humanity has already existed for so long. Throughout the majority of humans' existence, we were not causing the temperatures to rise, nor the mass extinction of countless species at once, nor the devastation of entire ecosystems. Alternatives have always been present and possible to help the world as we know it continue to exist. Accountability for those that have caused great destruction is needed. The animals do not have a voice to represent themselves in court against the billionaire who caused their home to be destroyed. Study after study has showed that temperatures rising and predictions of the future seem dark and hopeless. It is still not too late for things to go back into harmony. However, sacrifices will need to be made, and people, especially rich people and the elite, will need to be made aware of the scale of damage reckless consumerism has inflicted upon the planet. They will need to act. We all will need to act to ensure that the current form of nature will continue to exist, because if it ceases to exist, then we will all perish alongside it. I hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Sumitiper, and thank you so much for watching. P.S. I am sorry if the video's quality is especially bad, considering that I am sick, and it probably is quite obvious by my voice.